Hello, everybody. My name is Yuko, and I am a happiness promoter and of a course in Miracle. And in these videos, I talk about my lessons that I'm going through that day, and also any ahas and yes and whatnot. So today we're talking about lesson 70. My salvation comes from me. My salvation comes from me. And I wanted to give you a quick recap about yesterday's because it's my grievance hides the light of the world in me. My grievance holds the light in me. And what right? Salvation is our only need and it's our only function in which leads to our happiness. And then that comes from me. And I want to read this part to you because this is really, really, really eye-opening for me. And said, today we practice realizing that God's will and our wills are really the same. God wants us to be healed, and we do not really want to be sick because it really makes us unhappy, right? God wants us to be healed, and we do not really want to be sick because it really makes us unhappy. And prior to that, it said He wants you to be healed, and so He has kept the source in healing where the needs for healing lies. I really like the part He doesn't want us to be sick because that will make us really sick and unhappy. Because both of us do not want to be sick. Both of us do not want us to be unhappy. So ultimately, God and us, both of us want to be happy and healthy and be joyful and be in the bliss and be in love. So both of us want the same thing. So that will go back to the point that is said, when you realize that all guilt is solely invention of your mind, you also realize that guilt and salvation must be in the same place. And right? So God will not change his mind about wanting us to be happy and be healed. So it is us that changing our mind about like be feeling guilty or feeling what did it say? Feeling guilty or feeling sad or being sick. So how it is all on us. It's all on us. And that's a lot of responsibility. It's a lot of responsibility. And we want to really be mindful of that though, right? Because once you remember that, God actually wants us to be happy. God wants us to heal, right? So when you remember that, like everything else, all that noise, all the judgment, all the inner talk, right, that talk crap about us, that gets to go. All of the inner critic, all of the self-sabotage, and all the hatred that you talk so negatively about yourself, all of that can go because God wanted us to heal. God wanted us to be happy. And we want to heal. And we want to be happy. So both of us want to heal. I feel like I'm repeating the same thing over and over again. But really, so focus on that. I think that's really important. And I realize that. I really do realize that. And I've been thinking a lot about my finances. And like, I know that God wants us to be abundant. I know that God wants me to be rich. And that He's blessing me with so many things. And I'm really good at manifesting things like ruffles and stuff, right? Like I want so many things this year so far, and it's not even over yet. So it's really, really evident that I'm I'm about to manifest a lot of things. But is it a manifestation, or is it the realization that it was already there and we just did not see it? Right? Everything is there from the beginning with. If we were all born with this prosperity, born with all the things that we are supposed to have, and it was already there to begin with, is it that we are manifesting, or is it that we're so blind to what it is out there, our current circumstances, that what we thought we wanted, and we are being oblivious to right in front of our face? So that's something that I get to think about and say, like, okay, because just because I do not have certain money in my bank account, does that mean I am broke? No, broke is not a thing. I am not broke or I'm not broken, right? I may not have some money in my bank account right now, but it's just my temporary circumstances, and that gets to change. That really gets to change because I know in my heart that's not what it is. And when that reflection of what we call reality and what we believe what is possible, when there is a gap to that, there is a scarcity, there's a fear, right? We know it's there, but why is it not happening, or why I do not have that? So there's those frustration, and sometimes we do get to experience those frustration or anger or the pain to the fullest in order for us to move through. But I get to move through that as well. And it is a practice. It is a practice. Okay, what works? What doesn't work? How can I turn back into that good space? How can I turn back into the vibrational alignment? How can I remember that God actually had it all prepared for us? So, today's lesson is that my salvation comes from me. My salvation comes from me and only me. And I also want to read this part to you. So part of the practice is right. Part of the practice is I repeat that over and over throughout the whole day, and that my salvation cannot come from any of these things. My salvation comes from me and only from me. It cannot come from anywhere else, and nothing outside of me can hold me back. Within me is the world's salvation and my own. So nothing can tell you otherwise. You're healed and you're happy. That's who you're meant to be. Alright, so if you have any comments or any aha or any debates, like I don't agree with you, comment here or send me a message and I'll talk to you. Alright, I love you. Have a beautiful day.